Hi everyone! Today we're going to hear a wonderful story called Glory at Twilight. It's all about a man named Satyajit who was super successful, almost like a king. But then something very sad happens because he wanted everyone to keep thinking he was a king. The story tells us Glory was dead. That sounds really sad, doesn't it? It just means that all the happy, shiny feelings were gone, and now there were only sad, quiet feelings left. Let's find out why.
So first, let's meet our friend Satyajit. He used to have everything you can imagine, but now, well, now he's lost it all. Here's Satyajit, sitting all by himself on a slow, chugga-chugga train. He's leaving the big city because everything went wrong for him. All his money, his big, beautiful house, and even his cars just, poof, they all disappeared. And all he can think about over and over again is that one little question. What now? What do I do now? He just doesn't know what comes next.
Wow, look at all the things he lost. The bank where he kept his money, it closed, so all his money was gone, just like that. His big fancy house was gone too. And his 2 cars? Yep, gone. And you know, the saddest part is that his wife and his brand new baby son don't even know. They still think he's super rich.
But hang on, how did Satyajit get so rich in the first place? It's kind of like a fairy tale. His life was like a big spinning wheel that went all the way up to the top. He started with just a small, regular job. But one day he spotted someone trying to be sneaky with some money, and Satyajit stopped them. He was so smart and honest that his boss gave him a bigger job, and then an even bigger one. He worked so hard, and pretty soon he was the big boss of the whole bank. Isn't that amazing? But you know that man who was being sneaky? He wasn't really a bad guy. He was just very sad and trying to get money to help his wife who was sick. The man said that feeling bad about yourself, feeling ashamed, is a very, very heavy feeling. Satyajit didn't really get it back then. But now that he's lost everything, he knows exactly how that sad, heavy feeling feels. So, Satyajit decides to go back to the small town where he grew up. He's going to a fun party, a wedding. He just wants to be quiet for a little while. But he gets a really big surprise. The wedding is for his friend's daughter. He thinks, maybe if I go home for a little bit, I'll feel better. I just want to forget all my problems for a day or two.
But look, when he gets off the train, the whole town is there to meet him. They're cheering and giving him pretty flower necklaces. They all think he's a huge hero because he became so rich and important. They have no idea that he has nothing left.
This is a funny situation, isn't it? On one side, all the people in the village see a superstar, a hero. But on the other side, what does Satyajit know? He knows he's not a hero anymore. He feels like he's just pretending, like he's wearing a costume. So, what do you think he does? Does he tell them the truth? No, he doesn't. He decides to play along, just for one day. He wants to feel like a special hero one last time before he has to face his big, sad problems again.
But sometimes pretending can get you into a tricky spot. Let's see what happens when Satyajit's pretend game gets really, really hard.
His good friend Srinath comes to him and asks for a benediction. It's a fancy word for a good luck wish. But what he's really asking for is money for the wedding. See, Satyajit had always given his friend money for his other daughter's weddings before. And how much money does he ask for? Whoa, 2,001 rupees. Now, for a millionaire, that's just a little bit. But for poor Satyajit, who has almost no money left, it's like asking for a mountain of gold. Oh no, what should he do now? He has a big choice to make. Should he tell the truth and say, I'm so sorry, I don't have any money? Or should he keep pretending and somehow, some way, find the money? He really, really tries to tell the truth. He opens his mouth, but when he looks at his friend's happy face, the words just won't come out. It's like the memory of the old rich Satyajit won't let the new poor Satyajit speak the truth.
So he tells a little fib. He says, oh, silly me, I forgot to get the money from the bank. So his friend runs to a man who lends money, but that man says, nope, not without getting something important in return. And the only important thing Satyajit has left is his old family house and a little fish pond, which was supposed to be a special gift for his new baby. And this brings us to the very sad end of the story. Because Satyajit wanted everyone to think he was a hero, he has to make a choice that is so, so hard. And
In a quiet voice, he says, "Okay." And in a quiet voice, he says, "Okay." He agrees to give away his last special things. He gives away the house and the pond, the only gift he had left for his son. And he did it all so he could pretend to be rich for just a few more hours.
So he signs the paper. Inside the house, you can hear happy music and laughing for the wedding party. But Satyajit doesn't stay. He walks away from all the lights and the happy sounds and into the dark, all alone. He sits down in the dark and strikes a tiny match. For just 1 second, a little flame lights up the night. A tiny bit of light, and then, poof, it's gone. That little light was like his very last happy moment, just before everything got dark. And so, our story ends with the same question we heard in the beginning. What now? He gave away his family's future just so people would cheer for him for one day. Now he has nothing at all. What do you think he will do now?